All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk to you about Fight Game. Let's see what's coming up, particularly with some incredible UFC lineups. And Nicholas,
and MVP Netflix with their first ever MMA show. We're gonna watch the promo that just came out 5 hours ago, and
Yep.
everyone's already saying that it is 10 times better than what UFC put out for their Freedom fight card at the Oval Office in front of the White House, because everyone's complaining that UFC has all this money, yet they're using AI to build their promos for these events now, and it's turning out terrible. The fighters don't even look like themselves; they
really?
look like aliens or
no.
different people.
Yeah.
And everyone's bashing it because they have all this money and they're taking the easy route. And then MVP, of course, their first event, they're doing their promo. So let's take a look. First promo for their very first event, which we are going to be attending.
Very cool.
Oh, wow. Way better. They put Netflix money into it. They're filming it like it's Netflix. Look.
Wow.
It's great.
Yeah.
Rousey versus Gina Carano. Diaz versus Mike Perry. Ngannou versus Felipe Lins. Already, this is a way better promo than this. Wow.
Saturday, May 16th.
Saturday, May 16th. So what do you think? Pretty good promo there, huh?
One of the best I've seen.
Now you know what we're going to see, because I know you're always asking me, oh, who's fighting? Who's this? Who's that?
No, I recognize all these names. Yeah.
Okay.
A few of them. I mean, Philippe Linus.
Lins, yeah, he's what you call it?
Well, they're heavyweights.
He's not as popular. I think he was in the UFC at one point.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even remember him though.
And Francis,
I think he's more of a journeyman. That guy loses and wins some,
Okay.
So I'm sure Ngannou will catch him slipping, but you never know. These jiu-jitsu guys, if they get a hold of you on the ground, you can be in trouble.
Yeah. Well, Francis Ngannou, his last fight, what didn't he take a hit? I mean, that was
you're saying his chin is suspect. Right. I don't know about that. Yeah. He took one from what? Anthony Joshua was the only one to knock him out.
Yeah, well, that's the guy.
He broke Jake Paul's chin, and Jake Paul's already fighting again. So
yeah,
I'm sure Ngannou's fine. Ngannou didn't break; he just got wobbled.
Okay, all right. Well, it's that's the fun thing about the fight game. I mean, you got.
I think they should do Jake Paul versus Ngannou, and that's an exciting fight, because if he was able to hang with Anthony Joshua for what was it, 6 rounds, I would love to see Jake Paul if he can land a good shot on Ngannou. I don't think Ngannou would go down, but what do you think? Because Ngannou's not a boxer. Jake Paul's been doing this for a while now, and he seems to be right there at starting to be a professional boxer, right?
Yeah, I think Jake would give him a good fight.
We can't say that he's just this Disney kid, this YouTuber anymore. Because look, he just went 6 rounds with arguably one of the best heavyweight boxers of all time. Of all time.
Yeah. I mean, let's say. I mean,
6 rounds. Who else can stand in front of a guy that's towering 6'5", what, 260 pounds of all muscle, looks like a chiseled, Superman.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Ngannou's just that kind of guy that he just rips into people. And, I think his muscle density, his ability to fight, is unquestioned. And so, you know, the big John Jones and Ngannou and Jake Paul. I mean, you know, what do you want with it? I mean, you know, he's brave and he's smart and he's a great marketer. I mean, look at he's drawn the biggest names around. Maybe in the past he went after people that said, well, they're way past their prime by 10, 20 years. True. But when he stepped in the round, in the ring with that incredible, you know, boxer. I mean, I didn't even realize he was that good, Anthony.
Oh yeah, Anthony, because Fury's always been the top UK British boxer.
Right.
He always has been there, and the only one he's lost to is Usyk, who is the very best of the best, arguably the best of all time. Would probably go smoke any of your old heavyweight boxers back in your time. Usyk would kill them all. I'm sorry, it's not even close.
Don't be sorry.
He would knock out. He would knock out Ali. He would knock out Frazier. He would knock out all these guys.
Frazier was
these are all guys. These are all guys that have been knocked out. George Foreman. He would knock out Foreman.
No, you don't understand. George Foreman had fists of iron.
Usyk, you don't know too much about Usyk, but Usyk, the way he was able to beat Fury was he put a pace on him that no heavyweight should be able to put on anybody.
Okay.
Most heavyweights, you know, can barely, you know, survive 12 rounds in a boxing ring. And Fury's always been the guy. He looks like he's got a belly, right? But he's always had a great gas tank. I mean, he got knocked down against Deontay Wilder.
Right.
And he got up on the 12th round.
Right.
Rose from the dead because of how good his cardio was. I mean, you don't see that back in the old days. Guys don't get up after being knocked out like that.
How
guys don't get
powerful these guys were and how good.
Fury's never been knocked out in his career ever.
Right.
Usyk, same thing.
Same with Rocky Marciano.
Yeah,
Rocky Marciano had never lost a fight. So
I think the sport only grows and evolves from back in the heyday.
Well, that would be like comparing Michael Jordan.
Well, let's compare MMA. You think GSP would be able to compete against some of the guys nowadays?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think he would compete. Yeah, he wouldn't be the champion.
Yeah, but I think
he wouldn't be the champion. Come on, you got Chimaev, you got Strickland. These guys would beat up George St. Pierre.
Oh, here's what I think. George St. Pierre would rise to the occasion. You know, it's just like in tennis. You get two guys that are really good. All of a sudden, you have a guy on the court that's way better. You play at a higher game. So same with, I believe, with fighting, with boxing. You know, you're as good as the people you put yourself against. That's why I think Jake Paul is getting so much, you know, reasonably good publicity now, because he took on a serious heavyweight who when I saw that, I'm thinking, oh, you know, everyone always counted him out because he took on these old guys.
Nobody thought he was going to take that fight because guess who he was set to fight? He was set to fight Tank Davis, a little tiny guy.
Oh,
remember, he was set to a pro boxer nonetheless.
Yeah,
trained under Floyd Mayweather. He's Floyd Mayweather's little protege, but he's bite size. He's half the size of Jake Paul,
right? And
Jake Paul would not get hurt in that fight. I don't think. I think Jake Paul would have a chance in that fight.
Oh, of course,
especially after seeing him against, you know, Anthony Joshua. That was a big shock because Tank Davis bowed out of the fight because I think he was worried he might lose against Jake Paul, and he was right because look how good he came in against Anthony Joshua. Some people say he was running. Sometimes you have to run in order to survive against a heavyweight.
And he was clutching him. He was holding him many times. He was scared for his life.
But hey, Anthony Joshua couldn't find the shot until the 6th round. That's pretty impressive, you know?
When he hit him hard. It was like
his jaw went. I think it broke in both places, right?
Yeah. Well, now he's got a jaw that, you know, he's gonna be a little nervous about subconsciously. No doubt about it. You know. All
right.
But that's fun. That's what it is. The fight
so game. That's what's going on with all the boxing. Now back to UFC International Fight Week. Look at this lineup we got here. This is
McGregor is your favorite of all time, I think, right? Holloway, McGregor.
I mean, I've been watching the sport since it began back in the days of Gracie. You showed me.
Yep.
And then our very first fight, I think we went to Arlovsky versus Tim Sylvia.
Oh, wow.
Some people don't even, I mean, Arlovsky's still around because he's now the champion of BKFC, which is pretty impressive.
Wow.
And he's fought cancer and beat cancer, I think, 3 separate occasions. That's what people don't know about Arlovsky. He has been in this fight game fighting for the UFC at the top level his whole career while fighting cancer behind the scenes. That's insane. I've never heard of that.
Do you know the Olympic doctor who you and I traveled with in Japan, Dr. James Stockton, is Arlovsky's
but imagine that.
trainer.
Imagine that. I've heard some cool stories like Mike Tyson was he fought that one night when he had gonorrhea or something.
Oh.
You know, different things that affect you.
Sure.
But literally fighting fight nights while you have cancer, while you're fighting cancer.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard too much of that. That's pretty impressive from Arlovsky.
Yeah.
And anyways, so our first fight, Arlovsky, Tim Sylvia, and now we're coming full circle back around. You got the international fight week. Well, you got the White House card first, and then international fight week in July 11th. It's looking like McGregor Holloway 2. Great. I loved the first fight. It was a great first fight. They were both young. Holloway was like a baby, and he looked like a really young kid. And McGregor went in that fight with a torn ACL, and it was a close fight. They were back and forth, and then when McGregor took Holloway down, it seems like Holloway's kryptonite is getting taken down, because we saw against Charles Oliveira.
Wow.
He couldn't do nothing.
Right.
So now they're kind of respecting Holloway, because Holloway's like, I'm tired of fighting these guys that want to grapple. Give me McGregor, and he might be getting his wish now. He gets a striker's delight. They both get to have fun. We'll see how good McGregor is with this giant layoff, right?
Yep.
A lot of people think Max Holloway should be able to beat him easily. I don't know. It all depends. You know, it should be a banger. And then that's the probably going to be the main event. This is all still to be announced, but these are just fights that have been announced. We just haven't built the card around it yet. So the next fight down the line should be Saint Denis versus Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett, you saw him against Justin Gaethje. Great fight.
Right.
Back and forth war. Gaethje pulled it out because of his grittiness and, you know, his all-American wrestling spirit, and he pulled it out. It was a great fight.
I like Gaethje.
Yeah. And then you got Sandhagen versus Bautista 2. I don't remember the first fight. I might have been away on vacation on that fight. So
what
sure
weight
how
class
that
are
went.
they? Little guys?
They're bantamweight.
Yeah.
And then
that's medium.
And then what I'm extremely excited for is Gable Steveson, the best wrestler to ever enter the octagon, is going to be making his debut international fight.
Not related to Dan Gable.
Gable Steveson.
Okay. No, I was just thinking
he reminds everyone of a more in shape Daniel Cormier.
Okay.
He's wrestled on the kind of the same level that Daniel Cormier has. He's an Olympic wrestler. I'm not sure. He might have already won gold. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. But he is by far the best wrestler I think UFC's ever put in there. So we're excited to see who he's against, especially with Josh Holkett. Remember, we saw the Hulk Holkett. He came out of nowhere, and he's also a great wrestler. But now the heavyweight division is shaping up. I mean, you got Pereira going up to face what's his name? The Frenchman at the White House. He's going up to face Ciryl Gane, and that's going to be a huge fight. We'll see if Pereira takes that. Then he's going to be the new heavyweight champion. Then Tom Aspinall's got to come back. They're going to have to fight and find out who's the top. And then you got Holkett and Steveson coming up. The heavyweight rankings are great again.
That's going to be fun. Yeah, that's my favorite.
It's been a while since we've seen great heavyweights stacked. I mean, the last time I remember was UFC 200. I believe we went to that. Brock Lesnar was in there. Overeem was in there.
Oh, wow.
There was a lot of big guys. Bigfoot was in there. You had Mark Hunt. You
Right.
had a lot of good heavyweights back then, and the heavyweight division has just been kind of sad these past couple of years.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting to make it great again with these heavyweights that are arguably the fastest, most athletic heavyweights we've ever seen in the sport. We talk about evolving the sport.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, some of these guys would kill Brock Lesnar, would kill Cain Velasquez. It wouldn't even be close. I'm sorry. Some of these guys would destroy some of these older heavyweight champions, and I think that's a fact.
Well, you mentioned Cain Velasquez.
The sport evolves, man. When the sport evolves, I mean, so look, you're getting some of the best wrestlers from the Olympic level coming over now. I mean, you know, it only gets better from there.
And to your original point, I think Netflix, you know, now bringing on the MVP. I mean, that's huge, because I think the
direct
viewership
competitor, and now the fighters are going to be getting these guys are paying more than UFC is paying right out the gate, right?
Yeah. So I think it's gonna improve the overall game, you know, in every way. So that's exciting.
That's what we want. I mean, when the fighters are getting paid a lot and being happy, you get more exciting fights, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. Very good.
All right. Oh, and one more thing to announce is DDP versus Kamaru Usman has been announced for possibly International Fight Week that weekend as well. So that is Dricus du Plessis, who just lost to Chimaev. It was a 5-round fight, and Chimaev just out-wrestled him. So DDP has got that one loss on his record. He's coming back to make it right and go back for the title. You got Sean Strickland versus Chimaev. So DDP is going to be fighting. Apparently, Kamaru Usman is going up from welterweight because he doesn't want to. He says he's an old man. He doesn't want to cut the weight anymore. He wants to try his luck at middleweight. Right. And that's a tough fight. Kamaru Usman, the former champion at welterweight, going up against Dricus du Plessis. What do you think about that?
I think Dricus is going to pull it off. I think he's going to.
The South African?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like him. He's a good fighter.
He's a great fighter. And he talks the talk. He walks the walk. Although he had that blowout against Chimaev because Chimaev just held him down and he couldn't get up.
Right.
Chimaev's a strong guy, right?
Yeah.
Those Dagestani Chechen wrestlers from the mountains.
They're so hard.
They're hard to beat.
Yeah. It reminds me of Dragon Radovich. You know, we'd go head to head with these guys, you know, in international competition with curl and press, and you know they just didn't want to be beat, you know. I mean, they grow up. Well, they grow up in Serbia, freezing, you know, war torn, you know, country. It's kind of third world, right? Rural. Yeah. So they got nothing better to do than run up and down the mountains and get themselves out of the hood that they're from, right? Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Very cool. Very cool. All right.
Like and subscribe. Knicks at Night.
Check out the next video. There's going to be some cool stuff going on. We're going to give you the latest up to dates.